How lovely this scene of the morning is. Um, Today's topic, which I chose for this video, is how to get started when for studies when you feel less motivated. Sometimes, as a student, we have to force ourselves to get to our desk or to our studies when we feel least to be there. Every other activity to us seems to be much more important and interesting. Well, as said, we anyhow have to bring ourselves to studies, and that perhaps when we have either exams approaching or some important assignment to submit within few days. My tip number one is sit at your desk only when planning or working. When you have planned what are you going to do for your studies or you are going to plan for your studies, then only approach your desk. But if you're thinking that I'm gonna sit on my desk and immediately start whatever there is lying on the desk, then I suggest not to do that, because a point will come where you will start considering your working desk or working place as a boring place, and you won't like to even reach there. So it's really necessary to approach your desk when with intentional plans. If you are going to plan for your day or your studies, or you are going to actually do what is in your planning list. My tip number two would be wake up early. If you don't feel like working till late nights, adopt a habit of waking up early. There's something beautiful in watching sunrise and slowly unfolding your day by planning and scheduling it. It's a way better than immediately getting ready for your lectures, and especially nowadays when online lectures is the only option you can keep up with your studies and get to online universities. Third tip would be maintain a routine. A question might come what to do when I have so much time in the morning early and that block is most of the time is taken online surfing or social media scrolling. Avoid it. Instead, try to make a morning routine and evening routine. Morning routine where you can, after leaving your bed, can write journals, hydrate yourself, or just watch the sunrise, anything you like. Just don't destroy it by sticking yourself to the screen. My tip number four would be reward yourself after each study session which you found most difficult to tackle to. Ask yourself that you are gonna reward yourself if you would complete this chapter or this study session, anything that you will, for example, that you will have a good cup of coffee or have a conversation with your friend or go for a walk or play with your pet, whatever you want, feel like. After you have completed that difficult topic that you were just postponing just because of its complexity, I call this condition as a positive reinforcement. We all love instant gratification, and if we use this trick, this will automatically motivate us to grab our books, laptops, or whatever we feel like for our studies. Tip number five would be creative and work in solitude. Being creative sometimes it becomes destructive to study when people around are doing some other activities than studying. You tend to be more reluctant to join them. So it's better to be creative with your study schedules. Either schedule your important topics in the mornings or find a partner for your studies. It may be your siblings or parents working at home. Secondly, try to work in solitude. Many a times when you're working all alone, away from the distraction, it automatically maintains the momentum, and the task which might take 2 hours in completing is can be completed in 1 hour. Your idea starts to flow automatically. For instance, recall how you can complete n number of sheets when you are there in your examination hall. My tip number six would be if you're finding it hard, convince yourself that you are going to do study for just 10 minutes or 5 minutes. As repeated several times, as soon as you create the momentum for your studies, you can enjoy it. But for that, you need to get in the zone. For that, this is a trick. Just convince yourself that you are going to skim your chapter or do anything just for 10 minutes, and after that your interest will automatically take care of, and you will automatically start to work what you have been procrastinating over and over again. My tip number seven would be set a timer for each session. Each session should not exceed the time you cannot further stay focused. As soon as your mind start feeling foggy, have a break and schedule each task for few minutes. Do not get carried away with your work. My tip number 8 would be, before you are going to start something, plan your schedule so that you need to meander over the topics and waste time. And this brings me to the last point, and that is go slowly. If you're learning something new, go slowly. Don't hasten and feel disappointed if you're unable to grab something new. Give more time to it. Gradually, the topics will start making sense to you. There's so many sources available nowadays online to learn topics. You can take their help too, and do not overwhelm yourself saying that you cannot understand a topic. These were my tips which work for me. Hope they can help you in your studies also. But with that being said, do not overburden yourself with your work and don't forget to take breaks because your mind and body both demands rest and relaxation to be an elite performer. Thanks for watching. Bye and hope to see you soon.